Welcome back to the Conor Moore Show and welcome back to golf. Yes, this past weekend some of the biggest names in golf and Matt Wolff teed it up to raise millions of dollars for the American Nurses Foundation, the CDC Foundation, and the Matt Wolff doesn't earn anywhere close to what these other guys earn foundation. The match had a little bit of, well, something. Imagine following some of your buddies around while they played and you didn't. It was kind of like that. Matt Wolff was bombing it off the tee, winning both long drive holes. He also won Best Celebration with whatever this is. Ricky dropped 7 birdies and cracked a couple of cold cases with a 70s style tash. And Rory sealed the deal with a close to the pin playoff hole and went absolutely crazy with a bunch of air high fives. And DJ? Well, he was a bit rusty. I mean, he even forgot his clubs on 18.
A little to the right side.
The event adhered to CDC recommendations and social distancing was in full effect with no fans and no caddies. In fact, some people think having no caddies would make the tour more interesting.
Who wouldn't make it 18 holes carrying their own bag?
No, I actually don't think Bubba would. Bubba would be complaining how heavy the bag is the entire time.
You know, Brooks, in Bubba's defense, he probably doesn't want to crease those 2 green jackets he has, you know? Hey, Bubba, you're welcome. I'll give you enough crap. Some guys on tour love the idea of playing with no caddies.
Oh, golly, listen, yeah, I think we should play without caddies, especially if the PGA thinks it's in the best interest of everybody's finances. Health. I'm all for it, yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks. Hey, do y'all validate?
Bogey 5. What'd you get, a 7?
No. I took a breakfast ball.
You can't take a breakfast ball.
You took a breakfast ball.
Yeah, on the first hole. This is the 8th hole.
Yeah, well, people eat breakfast at different times. It's fine.
How many breakfasts have you had today, Rory?
Well, one of them was a brunch ball.
What about the one you shanked in the water?
That was a late afternoon snack.
What about the one you kicked out of the woods with your foot?
Just a pre-dinner appetizer ball.
What about that one you knocked off the tee with your club?
That was a loaded mashed potato.
What about that one you threw down the fairway?
Coffee and a donut. A lot of people do that.
What about that one you double hit on?
That was a double hit.
What did you get?
I got a 4.
You parred that?
I parred it.
You're having a good round, man.
You don't have to tell me something's clicking. I like it.
Oh, well, what is better than one Ian Poulter? Well, let me tell you what, 2 Ian Poulters, that's what's better. I'd like to welcome to the show, Mr. Ian Poulter.
You taking the piss out of me again?
Of course, mate. Listen, they love it. Give the fans what they want.
Love it.
How's quarantine been?
You know, for the most part, I think it's been good. It's been a nice, strange time.
I was going to say, golf is on the horizon. What's your opinion on golf with no crowds?
It's going to be extremely strange. I mean, if you're in the hunt. Who was that to? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be weird, right? I mean, you feed from the crowd and...
Well, what about the Ryder Cup? Do you think that would go ahead? Like, that without fans is an even bigger deal.
That's probably going to be the strangest event with no fans that I could possibly imagine. To have those 2 sets of fans that you bounce off, even from a negative standpoint or a plus standpoint, to have nobody there.
I'm excited to maybe hear some trash talk if there is some that you might hear.
Well, the mic will pick it up for sure because there'll be no other noise around.
Yeah. One question I always wanted to ask you, when I'm doing my live gigs, I think I told you this before, but a bit like the Ryder Cup now, I always pick who goes out first, who goes out last. You always go first because you're definitely hands down everyone's favorite impression that I do. So I always want to start strong. Yeah. What was your first impression of my impression?
That don't sound anything like me, right? So that was exactly my first impression. And when I obviously heard you do loads of others, I was like, well, he's got Tiger Woods off to an absolute tee. Oh, he's got, Tommy Fleetwood off perfect, but surely I don't sound anything like that. So it's just funny. I mean, people mention it all the time. And obviously when you came to do our charity event at the back end of last year, I mean, it was hilarious.
Every time I start off the gigs, I go, oh, well, the place starts laughing.
Well.
That's very good. You can do Paul's.
I'm going to give it a go.
So come here. If you were to play, given the current circumstances, if you were to play golf with the same 3 golfers forever, that would make you quit golf, who would you pick?
I can't remember the guy's name. The one that does the whole, like he hits it and does the old leaning spin around shot. That would do my... I can't swear, but I mean, like, that would do my head in, right? So he's absolutely in that 4-ball. Bryson DeChambeau, because I'm sorry, I just can't listen to 16 plus 4 minus 15 air density, little bit of moisture, minus 7 plus 84. Just hit the up, man. You can bleep that one out.
This is perfect.
It can't surely be that complicated. You got a 6-foot putt.
Who's the other one?
So he's 2. Okay, who's number 3 on that? Has to be a pro, right?
If you want, you can give me a non-pro.
Well, yeah, you.